Hello everyone, I'm Xiaosu with Xinhua News Agency. And Chongqing has started COVID-19 vaccination for foreigners recently. And my friend Kai will take his first shot of vaccines here in Chongqing today. And he's a writer, and he wrote a book, Kai's Diary, recording his life in Chongqing when the whole country was combating with the COVID-19 last year. So he's willing to share his experiences with us. So Kai, would you please say hi to our audience?
Hello, how's it going?
Okay, let's start. Okay, see you. Okay, let's start.
Are we ready? Okay.
Yes.
Excellent.
So here we come to the designated hospital here. And Chongqing currently uses domestic development vaccines.
Yep. 001.
May I take your temperature?
Sure.
So the first one is to take the check body temperature.
Okay, it's normal.
Perfect. Very good. Thanks.
Here is the informed consent. Please write down your first name, middle name, and last name, the gender, and birthday.
Okay, thank you.
So foreigners who have already participated in the social security and medical insurances will be vaccinated for free, and for those who did not participate in the social security and medical insurances will be vaccinated at their own expenses, about 100 yuan a dose. So,
Kind of excited.
okay. So before the vaccination, Kai will follow the procedures to sign an informed consent form and declare and inform the health personnel of his health status.
So you don't have risk conditions. And you can receive the vaccination, okay?
Perfect.
And the vaccine is includes 2 doses. Today you will receive the first dose.
Okay.
And 21 days later, you should make an appointment for the second dose.
Okay.
And after the injection, there may be some adverse reactions, such as fever, fatigue, headache, diarrhea, swelling, pain, itching. So after the injection, you should stay here for 30 minutes.
Sure.
If you feel any uncomfortable, please inform us, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Please kneel down and start here.
So the vaccination will be carried out after above conditions are met.
This is the Chinese one, and this is the English. Oh, this is the English. This is the Chinese one.
You want me to fill
Please
again?
write down your name, the full name here, and the gender, birthday here. Okay, please sign here. And the year, then the day. No, the birthday. Yeah. 0512. Okay. And here, this is the letter of commitment to receive the vaccine. So, do you have the medical insurance of Chongqing?
We're going to be paying.
Okay. So you would like to receive the vaccine and you will pay it by yourself. It will all cost 100 yuan for each dose. Yeah.
Okay.
Phone number and your full name here. Gender. And please write down your birthday here. Birthday here. Birthday. The day of the 05. Yeah, 12. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Perfect. And please pay 100 yuan here. You
got
can
100?
charge over.
So Kai will pay for the vaccination for about 100 yuan a dose. So we're going to
Okay, great. I'm excited. You know, in the West, there was a big movement of people, to take selfies as they get shot or after. encourage other people, so I will
Yes.
try.
Of course.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Do you nervous about it?
Not nervous, I'm excited.
Excited.
Waited a long time.
Yeah.
Actually, I write with my left hand. Can I use my right
Yes,
arm?
of course.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Allergic to something?
No.
So Chongqing nowadays is used the domestically development vaccines. Will be a little hurt.
No problem. Is it the Beijing one?
Yes,
Sinovac?
yes.
Or Sinopharm?
Beijing Institution of Biological as Verocell.
Good, good, good.
Will be a little hurt. No alcohol and cigarettes in 3 days. Okay, relax. Anything else? Drink more water. And waiting for 30 minutes. Remaining uncomfortable for the nurse.
Sure.
Okay, we're finished. It's not being okay. We're done. How do you feel?
I feel great.
Great.
Can we take one selfie now for the West people?
Okay, okay, of course.
You want to do it?
With the doctor, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, we did it.
Okay, then
Great.
we will stay here for another 30 minutes
Okay.
for observation, right?
Yeah, so far so good. Actually, my 5G is full strength now.
Wow, 5G.
That's one of the jokes that people promote. The vaccine will improve your internet quality.
We will have a short interview here.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Keep the mask on or off here?
No. Maybe we should wear a mask.
Okay. Is that hospital?
Yes.
Sure.
So, I was wondering why you want to have the vaccination here in China.
Well, I'm in China, and I don't want to go anywhere. The risk of going somewhere just to get a vaccine is not tolerable for me. And I think it's starting to become really available in some countries. Like America lately has done a really good job. In my native Canada, it's still very, very hard to get a vaccine, and it's still a very low population. I think
So how about your family in China?
my grandmother is very old now. She's got the first dose, I think the Pfizer one, Pfizer BioNTech, which is with the mRNA. It's one of the new ones. But my father and mother are both waiting because my father works from home. My mother is retired. So they don't go out very much. So they're waiting to see. With the Western ones, there are some side effects. Some people are a little bit worried about. I haven't heard much of the Chinese one having any side effects. So this is good. In the West, there's a big push to get vaccinated, which is great. Everyone wants their life to go back to normal. But some people are a little nervous of some of the side effects too.
So you told me you want to go home this summer. You wish.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I don't think it will happen this summer though. Maybe the winter? Maybe the winter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the ability to travel back and forth is not really so smooth yet. I wouldn't want to fly home to Canada and then maybe not be able to come back to China very easily, or even I would hate to get sick in Canada this summer. I've done so well a year and a half to stay healthy. China feels very, very safe. It's actually one of the things that's very frustrating now in the West lately, because some people, maybe 20%, are very hesitant to get a vaccine or don't want to get a vaccine. They're saying it'll be very hard to get the herd immunity. So some experts in the UK and America are saying that it might become endemic and stay in society for many years to come, which I find very hard to imagine for me, because we did such a good job in China. We fought the virus, and then we were able to use the quarantine to really keep it outside of the community spread. It's hard for me to understand how it's so difficult there. I guess it's just a different set of priorities or something like that. But I don't really want to go back to visit until it's more safe in Canada. Although
So you want to visit your grandmother, you told me?
I would love to. I would love to. She's getting quite old.
92?
Already almost 93. She's 92 still, yeah. So hopefully in the winter, or maybe next summer at the latest, we'll be safe to go back, yeah.
I remember the last year, the first time I interviewed you, you wear a mask and record a vlogs on the social media, and I tell people to stay home and to wash hands.
Yeah.
1 year on, China is recovering from the pandemic. So, what's a change, do you think?
Well, we're so lucky here, I think, that we really fought the virus so well, and the government and the people really worked very well together to keep it very safe. You know, I've been back to school almost since last April. Chongqing has been very, very safe, and we've been able to keep, normal working. We go out to restaurants sometimes. I teach at the school, and I'm working. I published a book and another one I'm working on, and it just feels very comfortable and safe. You know, what's been happening in a few countries lately, especially India, is very upsetting. It's very tragic and very sad. And the population is so high and so dense, it's really uncontrollable spread. But it kind of reminds me that if China had not managed the virus so well, this could have easily happened in China as well. So on one hand, I feel it's so heartbreaking what's going on. You know, the cities in India are very bad, and the villages don't even have hospitals. So if you're in the village, there's really nothing you can do in the remote area. But I also feel so grateful in China, because we were so strong in our response. We were able to really protect the people, and it's really great. Globally, I think the vaccine campaign is going to take a few years, but I do hope, I think I read somewhere the Chinese vaccine is in more than 70 countries, and some of the Western ones are being spread around as well to other developing countries, although they're mostly focused on their own countries right now. But I hope by 2022 or 23, maybe we can get back to travel again. It would be very nice.
And what do you think of the process of the application of the vaccine here?
It was very simple, very easy, very convenient. Yeah, I was worried.
How many take you how many times?
Just like 5 minutes, I think, to figure everything out. Now, it took a little while to figure it out. I had an appointment before the May Day holiday, but I ended up getting a bit of a cold, so I wanted to wait till I was fully healthy. But yeah, it was very simple. Just, I'll sign up online, show up, I have a, 001 appointment. It was very convenient. Yeah, so compared to some places too, I know my friends in Canada really hunting. There's big lineups to get the vaccine sometimes. You wait for hours.
So can you tell me about your book?
Sure. I mean, it's very interesting. I think it's getting the international release this month in Canada, which is very cool. It'll be in bookstores in Canada and America. Well, thank you. It seems like a long time coming. It seems like a long time ago. I started to write it last January 2020. But it was very rewarding in different stages. For one, to write a blog and to just give my ideas and kind of help. Because at first we were very worried. We didn't know what was going on in Chongqing. We were under this, voluntary lockdown. And just to kind of share my thoughts, and I've always had the dream to publish books and be a writer, fiction and nonfiction. And I thought, if I die in my apartment without a published book, I will have studied all my life for nothing, So I really just wanted to write and share with people. And then some people in the West really started to appreciate the advice. I feel like it was in stages. My next blog, I kind of want to tackle that, because at the beginning, it was like this curious Canadian. Oh, he's in a lockdown in China. What's happening to him? And then some people started to realize, maybe I should be taking notes. What he's doing, I might have to do later. And so this is like a helpful information. Afterwards, it became a little bit frustrating because I spent a while kind of saying, this was China's playbook. Why are you doing something else that's not as effective? And having a little bit of resistance, not being able to really figure out, we did a 2-month serious lockdown, and then the quarantine was able to keep it in place. Whereas in Canada, especially Ontario, where I used to live, my father lives in the capital, and I used to live in Toronto. And Ontario is, they'll do a 3-week lockdown, it starts to go down a bit, then they open up, and then it goes up, and then they do another one, and it's like a roller coaster, up and down, up and down. And I read somewhere, health expert that said, the way humans feel about the loss and victory, they would rather have a 2-month lockdown once than 6 1-month lockdowns. It's easier to deal with. So I wish that they had followed our example more closely, but I still feel rewarded that in my personal group of family and friends, they were very well informed, very well protected, and I felt able to give some helpful information, and that was very nice. And then again, last December we had a big launch ceremony. The book was released in English and Chinese, and it was very exciting. It felt very rewarding. A lot of people put a lot of work in, not just myself writing it. And it was an honor to kind of tell the story of Chongqing's battle through my eyes with my wife and family, but also how we as a city came together. It was very interesting.
So you're working on your next book?
Yeah, I have a few projects. My dream is to feel so calm with the pandemic under control that I can write more fictional novels. I have this story about a boy named Amos, kind of like a Harry Potter in China kind of story. I know there are many wonderful Chinese directors, but one that I like to watch, sometimes he does this Chinese and Western sort of story, Jorah. I hope one day, I don't know if you know him, one day I hope to meet him in the elevator and pitch him the idea. Well, maybe he will see this clip. I think he would do a wonderful job. So I want to write these fictional stories, but I'm still working on some kind of philosophy. I feel like I continued to write the blog. I had many writers around the world contribute. But one thing I found was because pushing, saying, China is a good example. Of course, some other countries followed. New Zealand, Australia, Israel all did a very good job with containment and have the 0-case model, as opposed to the countries that are trying to just get under the exponential peak. It's a different goal, but that goal is a lot harder to control than the 0-case model. We really just don't want any COVID. But I had a lot of pushback. There were some people, because especially when Trump was still in power in America, he loved to blame other people for his own mistakes, his own failure of policy. It's easier to say, well, blame China or do this, do that. And so some people really, there was a campaign to stop Asian hate online, because some people, Asian Canadians, Asian Americans, or people studying abroad, felt a target because they identify as Asian, and some people were really racist about this kind of thing. And so even to promote what I feel like were non-political good health measures, just wash your hands, wear the mask, stay home, get a vaccine. It's not political and it's not pro-China, it's pro-health. But then saying, look, and they said, that won't work. And I said, well, it worked in Chongqing, it worked in China. It's very safe here, and I like it a lot.
Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's my pleasure, Marilyn.
Okay, that's all for our program today. If you like our program, please share it on your Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Bye for now. I'm Xiao Su with Xinhua News Agency.